All right, everybody, back inside, nice and quiet here, inside the Citation CJ3 Plus that was just released. I'm going to go through a little programming exercise here on what you can do with the Garmin 3000. A lot of nifty things are available. I fly an aircraft that has the Garmin 5000. It's almost the same exact thing. Let me just get rid of my ATC chatter so I don't have that background noise going on. I'm very similar to the 5000 Garmin system that I fly with every day in real life. Anyway, my friend Tom wanted to know how to work different pages and screens, first of all. So on your main screen here, you get many different options. PFD settings, map layout. You can do map insert and have an extra map available. Or you could turn it into an HSI with a map built in as well. So you have all that going on with an extra map inside the map. So that's kind of cool. I don't really like all that clutter, so I tend to get rid of it. Then there's a map. Let's see what else. Go back and back. Okay, so that was PFD settings. Traffic insert. We need that a lot. We use that a lot in real life on our screens as well. It's a close-in 1 mile, 2 mile ring of what you need to have in case there's you're in an area with dense traffic flying around. But I won't use that here. I don't fly with live traffic. I can go in and out on the range too, but get rid of that. PFD settings, this one I might use a lot. This is to get your bearing 2 or bearing 1 on, nav 2 or nav 1 ILS. You get nav 2 or a bearing 2 in FMS if you want. That's usually what I would tend to use, FMS or even off. I mean, I don't need an extra line in there. Complicating things, but some people might want to. Attitude overlays. So you can have synthetic terrain on or off, which we use in real life, the on. And horizon heading, a little heading caret up there shows your heading. I don't know if you like that today, so get rid of that. PFD full mode, you can break it up. Once you do this, and you come out of full mode, now you have the options to have charts and stuff. You just want to, here's a different thing. Range plus and minus moves the map, the main map over here, plus and minus. As you can see. So it's very important to have your viewing system such that, like I do, I can look down and have access to control. So I have a hotkey set on my joystick to look down in this corner. But you could, if you have sim brief or charts, I don't have mine on right now, but you could pop them right in there. Chart selection, approach charts and all that stuff. But you can move that magical stuff over to here in the real airplane. I don't know if it'll work here. Let's see. It doesn't. And even in the default one, I think this little left and right arrow, when you click it, it pops, makes this window active. So I don't think this has it. No arrow to send it over. So that's unfortunate. That doesn't work here. Get rid of that. Go back to full screen. I tend to like that. But in real life, if I'm shooting an IFR approach, I'll have my sim brief map up there or over here. You can set up the cockpit in multiple ways. One thing too, when you have dual pane, all you have to do is click full and go to full. So full IFR chart would be loaded, or map in this case, or weather if you were going to be displaying weather. But I'm still talking PFD stuff here. Don't get too distracted. Other settings, altitude units, meters, inches, or HPA, obviously inches for the United States. Angle of attack, automatic or on all the time. There it is. Usually just leave it in auto mode. It'll pop up when required. And this is something I use all the time. Very important. Wind. So you want to make sure when you're looking for it, it's always going to be in. Let's take you right out to the beginning. I think, what page is that in? PFD map. Nope. PFD settings. overlays. I'm trying to get you back to learn how to do wind right away, because I always forget it myself. PFD settings, other PFD settings, wind. And I like option 3, which is the arrows only. 2 is crosshair and 1 is something else that's goofy. I like option 3, which is a simple wind bar, arrow, and speed next to it, which isn't shown right now because we're on the ground and it doesn't do wind on the ground, I guess. That's pretty much covers the PFD functions. You can just play with each one and see, but when you have a climb to, I have a keyboard command set to what I want to climb to, so that makes that easy right there. But you can certainly do it yourself over here as well. True airspeed and ground speed, outside air temp, and ISO plus 10. That's a whole nother subject here, but 10 degrees above standard, so on the ground that'd be 15 Celsius. Is a standard day. So ISO should be 0. ISO plus 10, that would make it 15 plus 10, which would make it about 25 Celsius. And there it is. That makes sense. It's 24 degrees out, high 70s, almost 80 out Fahrenheit. All right. Stuff over here, see what we can activate. Alright, there's not really any options showing up over here. But range is extremely important. Let me get back to this view here. So range up and down shows your distance in mileage. Now right now we have to click map. And when you hit map again, you'll get more options. Orientation for heading up, or you could do track up, or you could actually do north up. So if you want it that way, you could do it that way. We fly in real life with heading up. And you can also go down and get detail level. Map sync. I don't even know what that is, so let's just get out of that before I look silly. Map detail. We can scroll and look, we're actually changing some stuff. So changing what you want to have on here. Very much like we have in the real plane. So go back to map settings, map detail. Here's some other cool stuff. Sensor, traffic. You want traffic on or traffic off? And it will show you the TCAS targets. Insert window, flight plan text. There's some great information about text, your flight plan, stuff like that. Time to go, distance. That's kind of nice. Aviation data. Do you want airspaces on or off? Airports on or off? You can see them change on here. VORs on or off. And other or land. And down, you can scroll down to sometimes more. You can also roll with your fingers because the touch screen, imagine your fingers on there gooing it up after you eat a pizza. You're going to scroll up and down. And I love this one. Selected altitude range arc. This is amazing. I have to have this on. So if I'm descending from like 30,000 feet to 5,000 feet, by having this arc on, you'll see it out here, the little banana, and that's so necessary for spatial orientation. So I believe that was all the map settings we have. Oh, here we go. No, there's more. Terrain, absolute, relative terrain to you. So it really show you, like, rad your dad over there. Or off, which I would recommend. Terrain should always be on. Absolute is above sea level. And we'll give you an idea. You're in a green valley down here, not too mountainous, but higher terrain on either side. Connect radar systems. You could actually get, I believe that is their NextRad style radar going to show on the weather beautifully here, so it's not on there. Track vector, wind vector on the map as well. Under other, all right, we go back again. So that, I think, concludes all the map settings. Traffic will bring up a huge TCAS screen. You can adjust the range on that as well. Weather brings up the main weather screen, and you click on it again. You can either do settings for like a NextRad, internet upload weather, which isn't live, or hit WX radar to get the live weather radar. And there it is. And you're going to have to tap it yet again to turn it on. So it's 3 taps below, exactly like we have in the real airplane. I won't explain weather radar right now, but there you go. That's what you're going to see in there. Radar can go off. Aircraft systems show our lighting. The citation lineup has pretty much automatic lighting. The tail flood we can put off because it's daytime. Nav lights come on when you turn on the batteries, and the beacon comes on anytime you run an engine or hit engine start. Isn't that cool? Unfortunately, in FS2024, the lights never show up outside. So might as well give up. Little nav light, that's pathetical. That's the problem with FS2024. I don't know when they'll ever fix the lighting. Temperature controls the cabin and such. Air conditioning on or off. We'll put it on. Whoa, I'm actually surprised by that. I love it. Some added sound. Wow. That's awesome. You can move it around. Probably put the fan in auto. I don't know if that'll change the sound or not. That'd be wild if it did. Forward fan, auto, low. Auto. Wow, that's intense. Off. Wow, listen to that. That is really cool. Low. High. Auto. I'm just excited about this. And auto mode. You can change. Whoa. Change temperature. That's really, really neat. I won't let it run now just because I'm trying to talk here. That's really cool. So you got all these little cubes to explore one by one. Initialization and flight planning is very important. I'll have to get to that one after. I don't want to make the video too long in case you guys know about it. So I'm going to skip that for right this second. And the rest of the stuff. But you do have the option to you can go to checklist, which is really cool. They have a checklist over here. All kinds of stuff right up on the screen. Isn't that neat? So you can't really touch it. It's not, that part isn't touched. So you're just going to have to go cockpit items, checklist options, and then you have it. Basically, you read and do, and then hit check all, bang, and you're done. But you got to be honest that you're done with all this stuff. There's no way to individually do them, I guess. Before starting engines would be next, and you're going to do all this stuff before you hit check all. Under checklist options. Pretty darn neat. So that's there. All right, so that's enough. I just wanted to show screen. We got engine equipment, engine gauges, and N1, ITT, fuel flow, oils, green is good, and fuel quantities, half tanks right now, battery and amps and cabin rate and stuff like that, all on display. Trying to think of anything else to show you immediately. Here and there that does not have to do with performance and setting up a flight. So it doesn't look like it right now. Hope you enjoyed that brief overview, as brief as I could possibly make it, just to introduce you a bit to the screens and what they do. And hope Tom likes that as well. My old-time friend, Flightsim friend back from the 1990s when Flightsim was just beginning. All right, talk to you later.